Hi, welcome to the Market Alert for Wednesday, the 29th of May 2024. So, Teflon Tech, tired trannies and surging rates. Not everything is awesome anymore. Things like sentiments changed once more. US stocks finished mixed amid higher yields following soft auctions as well. Not much news this week, as we've already seen. Today we've got German CPI month on month. That's out at, well, it could come out at any time apparently, an all-day event. And then what have we got for the rest of the week? Let's just have a look at Thursday. Spanish CPI prelim for US. GDP price index. So there's a bit of news, but not a lot. Friday, core CPI flash estimates and year-on-year flash PC prices. So it's inflation sort of related news, but not major. And then next week, as I mentioned before, we go to the big one, which will be a week on Friday for the non-farm payroll. So you really can expect the markets to just sort of be sideways to lower, drifting, just mixed, I suppose, really. But there is the old adage of sell in May and go away, and that's certainly been the case for the last couple of weeks as the markets have pulled back. But let's have a look at yesterday and kick off with the Dow. So the Dow was down yesterday, breaking those averages. They held for a while, but mid-morning the Dow started to move down around about 11:30 as the New York traders switched on their electronic futures derivative software and then went to town in moving the market low, which can be seen there in the 30-minute chart. I mean, this bar here is where it all started, and that's, well, bang on 11:30, oddly enough. That's about the time that the New York traders go to the desks and then start either buying or selling. On this occasion, they were selling heavily. Got a bit of a bounce towards the end of the session, but overnight the markets come back and heading towards yesterday's low as well. So a lot of uncertainty building around the markets as well. In the German DAX, well, everything was fine until that 11:30 selling started to happen in the overnight markets in New York, and then prices moved lower. And overnight as well, following the lead as well from the US, the German DAX continues to move lower. There's the market starting to fall apart. And again, this is bang on 11:30. Got that move to the downside. Then it continued down with the US. Overnight, a bit of weakness as well, but still above the low, as is the Dow at the moment. So it's crucial that these markets hold above the low. If not, if either of them start to break down, then they're likely to continue, as can be seen in the daily charts. We're coming off all-time highs, aren't we, with all of these markets? And now prices are struggling. If we look at the daily chart from here to here, we come back up to 78.89, and like I say, down yesterday 11:30 onwards, and then down overnight, continuing with the Dow there. In the S&P 500, well, actually quite resilient, sideways to higher there. We still got the all-time high looking at 53.49.5, not breaking yesterday's low at the moment, but still showing a bit of weakness overnight, but further away from the low than the Dow and the DAX. But yesterday, again, you see that 11:30 situation, the S&P holding a lot better, and then following through in the afternoon when the cash market opened there. Meanwhile, in the FT 100, prices have curved over and are moving lower. We're through 62% overnight there, which you can see. And I suspect it's probably due to political uncertainty here at the moment as well. There seems to be nobody in charge of the ship, as it were. And whoever comes in, good luck, is all I can say. And the FTSE yesterday, and you can see the market just following suit there again, 11:30 the market coming down and then following through, but it's actually through yesterday's low. So out of all of the indices that I actually monitor, the FT has already taken out the low of yesterday. In the US dollar, well, this is attempting to try and move back to the upside, which is interesting because we're actually seeing the metals moving to the upside. So let's have a look at those. And starting off with silver, well, the rebound is quite incredible. We're getting back to the high where the market saw a lot of selling coming in. Let's just put that price in there, 32 and a half for silver there, but continuing to move to the upside. Yesterday, you can see it was a bit of a battle with the news, but the market was brought. They tried to hammer it down, but they said, no, we're bringing it back, and they have done. And overnight, the markets continue to move higher as well, heading towards the high of yesterday as well. Meanwhile, gold, well, the shine has certainly gone off this. The market sideways to lower there, sitting at 62 at the moment. It needs to get this turned around and move to the upside. I see that Jim Rickards has been out commentating about gold, saying it should be $27,000 an ounce if it's going to return to try and wipe off some of the US debt. But we'll have to wait and see that. He's been propagating that theory for the last 10 years or more, but it's still not happened. I mean, it's fine by me, but if they do, they do. But like I say, we'll wait and see, won't we? But at the moment, gold is sideways and lackluster, whereas silver is certainly taking the lead there, as you can see, and certainly in the daily chart, moving back up to that high. Got to remember, of course, that silver hasn't had an all-time high since 2011. So we're going back some time, and prior to that was 1979. So the only market or metal in the world that has not had a new all-time high, when every other single market has, this market hasn't. So I suppose there's a reason there as well why it's moving higher. But also, if you listen to the interview with David Jensen yesterday that I put in the market alert, you'll understand why the wheels are coming off a bit more than if you haven't, with the behind-the-scenes situation of how it's been manipulated for so many years. And the gold-silver ratio goes to prove this at the moment, continuing to move lower. Let's just make this a weekly chart. Let's just find weekly. It's got to have it in here somewhere. There we go, straight below it. So yeah, you can see there how this is going on. And you can see we're back down to that sort of area of support here, which I mentioned yesterday. So 73 area, so 72.98, it's already broken. Let's just have a look at the low of this bar, 73.08. So yeah, we've taken it out at the moment. We're taking it out as we're well, and actually we bounced back, haven't we, because it's 73.27. So let me just double check that. Yeah, 73.08. Yeah, bit early this morning. 73.08. So yeah, they're trying to bring it back off this level. So it'll be interesting to see if silver is pressured to the downside today because of that area, because you can see the move that came after this in the gold-silver ratio over the next few weeks, and the same here when we got to that sort of level. Then we had a few more that didn't. But the good news is, on the downside, we didn't get back to the highs in this particular week, and since then we've been moving to the downside. So we could be seeing a break through this level as well. Right, let's have a quick look at yesterday's trades and what's happening overnight before we finish. So yesterday, 2-minute DAX, we saw the market moving up from the open and then the market becoming sideways. You can expect more of this, to be honest with you, because it's May, we've got the holiday season coming up as well. It's also half term as well this week in the UK. So here we go, we had a potential sell signal, market sideways there. That one wasn't filled, the next one was, but the market said no, we're not having this, and you can see how sideways it is already in this market, just stuck in the sideways range. So then they bring the market back up, stop out the trade, and then we get stuck in that sideways move, and we had another potential sell, but it wasn't filled either. The stop was hit before the entry price. The buy side was filled this time, which was useful. Just trail the stop up, see what happens, and ended up with 16 points on that one just to make up some of the losses from the other. And then from 11:30 you can see that the market starts to meander down and continues down to the S1 before we get to the afternoon session where the market started to bounce back a bit, but first sold off, and then there you can see going through the low, the news out, and then the market stuck in the sideways range. We had another potential chance to try and turn the market. This one failed, but the second one didn't, and prices moving back above the low. The low, a bit of a magnet in a bull market, wanting to bring prices back to that level if they can, and that's why it's important today that the market stays above that level. So let's just have a look at this. So as we can see here, this is the daily chart. This is the first red bar we've had for a long time in the German DAX here. So let's just see what's happening under the hood, as they say. So the low at the moment is crucial. You can see it's traded down to this since I started the alert. market holding here at the moment. If this is broken, then let's just compress the chart and see where we go down to. So the next is the S1 as far as big numbers are concerned, and then following that we've just got the support levels there all the way down to S3. If the market manages to hold, then on the upside you're going to see that we've got the close to get through the DP and the R1 there. Okay, that will do it for this one. Let's see what happens. Like I say, it's a silly season. Market's quiet, then reacting and abreacting to news that comes out. So we'll just see how it unfolds today. Okay, that's it for this one. Have a great day, and as ever, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.